Okay, hi guys. Today I'm going to just talk to you about using colour. And by colour I mean highlighters or coloured pens in your learning and how it can be really helpful for you. So a little fact about me, I actually can't read black and white very well. And when I was doing my exams, I found if I highlight things, I remember them better. So yeah, I'm going to show you like a little bit of information I found about colouring and highlighting your work on the internet. So I've read a few journal articles which are academic publications that academics have written and had their peers review, which means that the information is reliable because more than a couple of people have looked at it, educated people have looked at it and said, okay, this information, yes, the study has been conducted very well and the information is correct, it's new information or backs up existing information. Anyway, this is one of the things I found on something called Imagination Soup, and it's an article about colour, so I'm going to read little bits from it. So marketing departments spend millions of dollars on it because people see colour before anything else. Colour triggers physical, emotional and cognitive effects. So cognitive is about like the way that you think and process things in your brain, the way that your senses are activated. So if colour affects learning, and it does, let me share how you can use colour to benefit a child's memory, performance and concentration. So kids will pay better attention and remember information better when colour is utilised in the presentation of information. Use colour to learn and then to recall information. So use it for two things. So you use it to learn new information and then to recall it, which means to get the information back. So for example, you're in a test or something, using colour can help you to retrieve the information from your brain, so you can put it on your exam paper. Sorry, so the baby's put Vaseline on my phone. Okay, so something that I didn't know, and it's made me think. So it says, want to get your kids to remember what they learn? Use red ink or print on red paper. Do not mark mistakes in red. This only reinforces the mistake, so don't do it. It says write key points in red and write homework lists in red. So I didn't know that if you mark things in red, it can reinforce mistakes. So that's something that I've learned from this. Apparently green, so this colour that I've got here, is relaxing and good for concentration. So yellow, apparently yellow is a stimulating colour that asks the learner to pay attention. That's why so many highlighters are yellow, and school buses. So highlight important information with yellow. To be honest with you, I highlight in whatever colour I feel like, as long as the colour is light enough. So if it's a dark highlighter, like dark green, some highlighters are really, really dark, that's just not going to help. That's not going to be helpful. So okay, and I also learned something new. So it says colour orange is welcoming and mood lifting and can help learners feel comfortable, which in turn improves brain function. Some research says that orange tinted glasses improve a person's mood. Interestingly enough, orange glasses do effectively block the blue light from electronics that can interfere with melatonin and sleep. It says use orange overlays on white papers for children with dyslexia, autism and visual sensory processing disorder. Other colours can be used effectively as well. See what works best for your learner. It talks about white. I'm going to talk about overlays in a minute. But yeah, to kids with dyslexia, autism or visual sensory processing disorders, white paper is too bright, almost glaring. Try coloured overlays or tinted glasses. All monotone environments, all white walls aren't optimal learning or work environments because white is not stimulating. And then also some people are colourblind, and I think one of our trustees is colourblind as well, which means that they cannot see colour. So yeah, apparently colour blindness affects around 10% of boys, and is it 0.5% of girls or 5%? I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's a little bit of information about that. So this article, it was talking about coloured overlays, and I'm going to show you what they are. These are not like proper professional overlays, but it's basically like a coloured folder. And some children, they do not read in black and white very well, a bit like me. So when I was younger, I actually used to put my papers into coloured overlays like this, and that would help me to remember the information better. You could also try, so if you can't find a little folder like this, sometimes they sell sleeves that are like, like dividers. So you could use that, improvise and use it that way, and that's a good overlay. So like if a child has a worksheet, for example, so if they're doing something from this book, rather than having it on, well, this is white and blue actually, so this isn't probably the best example, but having this overlay may be helpful for children to learn like basic information, keep themselves focused. So yeah, I did learn a few things from this journal article. This is The Influence of Colour on Memory Performance, a review by Mariam, Adawiah, Dzulkifli and Faiz Mustafar. So this is the abstract, so this just tells you what the article's about. And there is something that I want to discuss in this. So, okay, human cognition, so thinking, how you process information, involves many mental processes that are highly interrelated, so they're all linked up, such as perception, how you view things, attention, memory, and thinking. An important and core cognitive process is memory, which is commonly associated with the storing and remembering of environmental information. So memory refers to the mental processes of encoding, so how we store information, retaining, how we keep information, and retrieving, so how we get back information. Okay. Colour is believed to be the most important visual experience to human beings. It functions as a powerful information channel to the human cognitive system and has been found to play a significant role in enhancing memory performance. Strategies to facilitate the learning process in colours can play a role in motivating students to learn and profit from their educational experiences. This is a good bit of research. So clinical intervention for patients with dyslexia using colour have been proven to be effective in reducing patient difficulties in reading. The same approach is also used to help autistic patients. An improvement of reading speed up to 35% was reported for autistic patients reading using a coloured overlay, so like this, compared to autistic patients reading without using a coloured overlay. So that's a really good piece of information there. So that can be very helpful for some children. Okay, so here I've written a sentence. It doesn't really mean anything. It's not really that important, but I'm going to use it to illustrate a point to you. So the sentence says, it is good to use colour, but sometimes we should not highlight information because the information is already known to us. So with colour, what some of the articles were saying is that using colour is good for trying to remember information or learn information that we don't already know. So basically new information. So new information is something that we should highlight. But we tend not to highlight things that we already know. So we've just spoken today about the fact that it's good to use colour. So if I was going to try and learn something from this sentence, I wouldn't be looking to highlight this first bit about it is good to use colour, because we already know that, because we've just spoken about that now. And it's such a general thing. Most people know that colour is good. Like most of us like to have colour, so don't need to worry about that. And then it says, but sometimes we should not highlight information because the information is already known to us. So this might be new information to some of you. So there are times when we shouldn't highlight information. So I'll just highlight should not highlight information because the information is already known to us. So I'll just highlight information is already known. So for me, this is good highlighting. For some people, this is too much. But it doesn't matter how colourful your page is, to be honest with you, as long as you're remembering the information that you want to remember. And what you want to do by highlighting is filter out the unnecessary information. So all of this, everything around this is unnecessary. All I need to remember is should not highlight information if the information is already known to us. And this is going to stick in my memory. These numbers is important to me. So 8 is going to be important to me. I'm more likely to remember that this number is significant if it's highlighted. I'm not going to remember all these other numbers because I've filtered them out. I've coloured this, and I've coloured it for a reason, because this number is important. Let's say you're trying to learn a new concept. So for example, the only information that is important is this bit. So convert millimeters to centimeters, you divide by 10. To convert centimeters to millimeters, I multiply by 10. Okay, because when I actually come to doing this, so I've got my 50 millimeters and I want to turn that into centimeters. All I need to remember is what I need to do. I don't need to know about all this other stuff, all this learning objective stuff. I don't really need to know about this. So all I need to know is that if I need to get this to become centimeters, I need to divide that by 10. No long thing, yeah? So now I know that's going to be 5 centimeters. 100 centimeters. How am I going to convert that into millimeters? Well, I have to multiply by 10. Yeah, I can remember that now because I've highlighted it. So yeah, try to get the kids to highlight key information and also just try to give them, you know, the most important information.